Welcome to No Flipping Excuses with Jason Lucchese. Jason Lucchese was the guy voted least likely to succeed by his high school peers. Today, Jason's a real estate flipping ninja Jedi Knight assassin who's taken his drive, street smarts, and never give up attitude and converted them into a real estate flipping business and freedom-based lifestyle. After years of being chained to a cubicle in the mortgage business, watching his coworkers go bust, customers go bankrupt, and his hairline go bye-bye, Jason decided to make a change and blaze his trail to the flipping promised land. Each episode, Jason shares real-life real estate case studies, tips on how to find, finance, and flip deals, and mindset tactics he uses every day as a real estate investor, mentor, and leader so you can free yourself from the shackles of corporate America, fire your boss, and live the life you've always dreamed of, right flipping now. Here to share the truth about flipping houses, finding sellers, delivering buyers, real estate investing without the reality show hype, and all-around general business badassery, your host, Krav Maga enthusiast, husband, and father of three, Jason Lucchese.
Hey there, welcome to the show. It's Jason Lucchese, and I want to say you are here with us at the No Flipping Excuses show. And if this is your first time here with us right now, awesome, welcome. We are going to get things going off here in just a second. We've got another content-filled show here. I've got a good friend of mine that's going to be joining us. But before I do that, make sure after you're done listening to this episode, you go subscribe to the channel. Make sure you go ahead and leave us a 5-star review. That will help us out a lot and get you more content delivered to you on a weekly basis. As these shows are released every single week, we get them out to you, and you will get a notification as soon as a brand new show has been uploaded for you. So make sure you do that. And as always, well, most of the time, I'm joined by my good friend, Mr. Michael Bretthauer, the chief ninja officer of the company. Mike, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, Jason. How you doing today?
Good, man. We've got a good show lined up today with our good friend here in Indianapolis. We've been talking to people all over the country, and it's always good to have somebody here in our own area.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always good to talk to somebody in your backyard who can, kind of just talk about real estate with you.
Yep, absolutely. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to my good friend, Mr. Glen Matheny Jr. out of Indianapolis, Indiana. Glenn, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, Jason. How are you, sir? It's a pleasure and honor to be here on the podcast.
Yeah, man, we're doing good. We're doing good. I know before we got the show started, we're doing this you're outside of a rehab. You're just getting completed right now, right?
Yeah, absolutely. This project's been going on for about 3 months now, and we're finally about 97% complete. Already getting some hits on someone interested in buying it, so it's great to see the turnaround from when I got it. So
no, that's awesome. That's awesome, Glenn. And let's take it back just a step and talk about, you're here in Indianapolis. How long ago did you get started as a real estate investor?
Well, to be honest, I mean, it's like an on and off love affair for me when it came to real estate investing. I got the bug when I was 19 years old. I purchased the Carlton sheets, no money down, and that was I was just intrigued by no money down, and I was like, what does that mean? And so I went through the information, and really, even after I went through the information, I didn't do any deals. I guess it was because of, just didn't believe that I could do it at the time. I was very young.
Yeah.
But I will always, go to different events and, just be around the real estate. But my first job, I started off as a contractor's helper.
Okay.
We were working for actually an investor here in Indianapolis, and he had a lot of properties. We would manage the properties, fix them up. Well, and then I did my first rehab project, but it was still, the do-it-yourself in 2006.
Okay.
But and it was a great eye opener on what this business could bring.
Yep.
And then, however, I have a computer network systems degree. I went to school for that and love computers and technology, and it was still focusing, not really believing I could do it, but as I kept getting my education and getting around people that are actually doing great things in the field, then I started doing a lot of deals in after 2008. So
Nice, awesome. So you've been doing the business for over a decade now.
I have, but it's been like like a part-time, on and off, hit and miss. I've been project manager, like I said, and it was, I would say it. I felt it's like with real estate, it's a continual. It's always evolving. It's always a situation where you have to be on top of things. So I'm having some great success, but it's always things to be learned.
Oh yeah, for sure. You got to be a constant learner. You got to constantly be trying to master your craft. That's for sure. That's for sure. So what do you like right now for your business? You've been doing this for a little while now. What's your like primary focus? I know right now you're at a rehab site, one of your properties, but what's like if you had to break it down? Like for me, it's like 65% wholesale, 10% rehab, and the remainder is buying properties to keep in the portfolio. Like where would you say you're at?
Mine is 85% wholesale, 15% rehab.
Okay.
I primarily like to do a lot of wholesale deals, get in and get out.
Yep.
I really kind of cherry pick on the projects I want to do. It just depends on the profit spread.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay, cool. So those are good percentages. And, everybody that gets involved within this business has a why behind why they get involved with real estate. What would you say your why was? Like, what made you be like, you know what, I really need to get this real estate thing going? What do you feel like that was for you?
I would say my why is, number one, my family. I come from humble beginnings, the inner city of Indianapolis, Indiana, and I worked many jobs, here and there. Like I said, I have a degree, and I think autonomy is what, and if no one knows what autonomy means, it means like the time freedom to do what you want, be able to control your time and your freedom and your bank account. Actually, it's real estate is a passion for me. In this business, it's a lot of ups and downs. So you have to have the passion,
Yeah.
and believe in yourself to make transactions happen. So my why is to change the generational curse that I came from, and that's what I stand by. So
Okay. And what does that mean? Like just in your own words.
Just just one thing is working for someone, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. I did it for many years, but pride of ownership, being able to not only that you can make a lot of money in this business, but you can also help people in their situation. I believe that a lot of people that still don't really understand what real estate can do for their life when it comes to investing. Oftentimes when people think I'm a realtor, and I'll be like, business is so bigger than being a realtor.
Right.
So realtor, there's nothing wrong with being a realtor. They list properties, communities. They find, the cute homes for the cute families and put them in it. So that's a place for that. But real estate investing is what's powerful about it is that, I mean, you're one deal away from financial freedom, from changing your family's life. I mean, just with what I'm doing, I'm able to help so many people that come from, where I come from as far as the inner city. And
Yeah.
so, and you providing jobs as well. And so, it's gratifying.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Like you said, you're providing jobs, you're helping people out. That's a huge why. And obviously, having that financial freedom with your family and not having some boss constantly looking over your shoulder to see if you're doing XYZ for them. You're your own boss, and you reap what you put out there. So if you're not, okay.
And it's so true. I tell you, really, when I got my degree in IT, and I love technology, and my job, I worked for a company, I was admin for that company, and what really hit me was like, every day I would go to a cubicle and sit at a computer, and I was like, is this it for 40 years?
Yeah, right.
And I've, like I said, I've already been bitten by the real estate bug, and I saw many people doing, some great transactions and living the life that they wanted to live. And I just said, you know what? I'm, after the crash, and, I lost my job, and, a lot of people, lost a lot of things during that time as far as the recession goes. I just made up in my mind, said, hey, I'm going to do this, and this is what I want to do, and I'm going to make it happen. So it starts off with a belief. I mean, you got to believe in yourself, and get around people, like yourself, Jason, who actually believes in you. And so, I'm just thankful. It's a great honor to do this business, and Mondays are great, where most people be like, oh, I hate Mondays. Well, I love Mondays.
Yeah, so do I. I really do. I really do enjoy Mondays. And, one of the things that we're going to be discussing here with Glen in just a few short moments is, his business that he's doing right now, how he's finding deals, what's he doing with those deals, how can you actually have this as a business and make money? So we're going to be coming up with that here in just a second. So stay in your seat, stay tuned. We are going to be delivering some jam-packed content for you. We'll talk to you in a second. Have you been struggling to close your first real estate deal? I hear this all the time, and you're not the only person in the not having closed your first deal boat. I was there, and the feeling is horrible. I can tell you on page 103 of my book, Right Flipping Now, I address how you can easily overcome closing your first deal quickly and easily without using any of your own money or credit. My first deal closed when I was on vacation. I made $26,000. You can do the same thing. Grab a copy of my book at getmyflippingbook.com and you can get your first deal closed for massive profits. I have copies of my book available at getmyflippingbook.com, and you can have a step-by-step plan for making profits on your first deal, closing within the next 30 to 60 days. Go to getmyflippingbook.com. That's getmyflippingbook.com. www.getmyflippingbook.com. All right, welcome back to the No Flipping Excuses show. I am Jason Lucchese, and I'm joined here with my good friend, Glen Matheny Jr. Glen, we've been talking here, man, about, Indianapolis, the getting out of corporate America. And it seems like, we both kind of were at a crossroads in 2008. You lost, your job, and I pretty much was on the chopping block with mine too, because we were getting bought out by Bank of America. So I pretty much wasn't going to have a job either. So I really needed to make some things happen for myself too. And we were talking about, just believing in yourself. And I think that really comes down to having a proper, faith in yourself that you are going to make this business work. And if you don't believe in yourself, then how do you expect others to believe in you is my philosophy. And you got to have other like-minded folks around you that are going to really kind of push you and be like, dude, you really screwed up there. You're not putting in the effort that really needs to be put forth. And if you don't have those types of people around, you're just going to have a mediocre business and not an exceptional one. So that really, probably struck a nerve for certain folks out there for sure. So yeah, 100% agree with you on that, Glenn. So let's kind of jump gears here. Let's talk about your wholesaling and rehabbing business. Let's talk about how you're finding deals in today's market.
How I'm finding deals, there's many ways that I find deals. I have offline and online strategies to find real estate investment deals. The main thing I believe is I have, like, I want to say maybe 6 or 7 bird dogs that are, and if anyone doesn't know what bird dogging means, it's basically people who drive around for properties for investors like myself and Jason, and they provide us a list with properties, and we send mailers out to that property, to that list, to talk to sellers to help them in their situation and possibly get a deal 20, 30, 40 cents on the dollar. So that's one way. It's really just, what I would say about real estate investing, to me, is networking. Networking is one of the number one ways that I find deals. You can find a lot of deals from other investors, particularly the house that I'm here right now was another investor that I met at a meetup, and I've been knowing him for a while, and he was going to rehab this property, but he had other projects going on, and so he was like, "Do you want it?" And so I jumped aboard and took over this project. So
No, that's awesome. Why don't we go through the numbers on that deal? Like, what were you able to get the property for?
So I got the property under contract for 110K.
Okay.
Thousand. We're actually we put 40K in, and we're getting ready to list the property for 235.
Nice. So what do you stand to make on this property? Because you said it's going to be listed soon, right?
Yeah.
Nice. So what's your profit going to be on this? Do you have any partners at all?
Now on this deal, no, I have other projects going on and partnered with some other investors on a joint venture agreement. But this deal is solely under Esteem Home Solutions. My
Nice.
company. And the profit spread will be 60K.
Oh, nice, man. Nice. And is this something that you're having are you at the property all the time, or do you have like somebody kind of manage it?
So I'm a firm believer in working on your business versus working in the business.
Yeah.
I have a team of people that, from contractors to subcontractors to assistants. I use virtual. You asked me on how I find properties. I have virtual assistants currently right now. If you don't know what a virtual assistant is, that's someone that either here locally or overseas that works for you, and just give them some tags to do, and they do it at an hourly rate.
Yep.
That is, very cost effective.
Yeah.
So, like, one of the strategies that they're doing is they scrape leads off of Craigslist every day,
Mm-hmm.
and Zillow every day. Also, networking with people on LinkedIn. I think I got that strategy from you.
Yeah.
Talking to real estate investors. Oh man, I mean, you'll be surprised how many real estate investors are on LinkedIn.
Oh yeah.
They have property, they have inventory, they have either, if they don't have inventory, they have cash and they're looking for property. And so, like I said, this business is more of a relationship-driven business.
Yep.
I believe, and so that's primarily how I find a lot of my deals.
No, that's awesome. So the strategy using like LinkedIn and Facebook, would you say that's helped you out with finding new seller leads and new buyer leads? Is that something that's
Absolutely, not only just seller and buyer leads, but private lenders.
Oh, nice.
People that are interested in loaning their cash to get a good return on their money. So, Facebook has so many real estate investing groups all across the world, and you can tap into those groups and build relationships. And my advice when you go into those groups, just go out and give value. Try to help the people inside from whatever you can provide as far as value or content.
Yeah.
And build relationships. Have a how can I help you in your business attitude versus how can you help me?
Yeah, like what's in it for me? Like, provide value to others, and it's like the whole thing, like with what Zig Ziglar had to say, like the quote that he gives is,
but you will get what you want if you help everybody else get what they want.
Exactly, and that's a really great quote from him, and it's so true. Like when you actually believe in it, it's so crazy how things happen so quickly once you actually believe that's the way it is. It's not about me. It's about also, giving to folks and not expecting anything in return. And, it took a little bit for me to understand that, I would give, and I would never get anything back. And then all of a sudden, when I would least expect it, I would get what I really, really wanted. And it was just at the most opportune time. It's crazy how things like that happen.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
The golden rule.
Yep. No, absolutely. So the deal that you're at right now, Glenn, let's talk about that. So were you able to put like private money on that, or how did you?
Yes. So how I do my business, I really believe in no money down deals, and I work with build relationships with a lot of private lenders, and just find quality deals that can make some where we both can make a profit on. So,
yeah. No, that's awesome.
Did you see it?
Oh yeah, that's a nice looking property, and for those that
the area. So this is off of Shaylin to East 71st Street.
Yep.
7318. And so the project was, the house has been abandoned for well over a year, and before we got it, really I think a number of years. It was like walking in a time warp, Jason. The house was 1960 vinyl, just the way it looked, the whole layout it was like, wow, this is way before my time. I was born in 1980, so I've never seen this before. The plastic carpet.
Well, so as you're at that property right now, and you identified that the property was extremely outdated, you were able to line up, somebody to help you do a zero down deal. And one of the things, Glenn, why don't we discuss this here in just a second? So what we're going to do here is we're going to discuss, some of the parts of Glenn's deal here to where he really does zero money down deals. And can put together some amazing deals like he's at right now. He's at this deal like as we're speaking. So this is really cool. This is an awesome time. Stay tuned. We're going to hop into this further with Glen and talk about this this deal that he's doing with zero money down, and all the deals up to this point he's done, practically with zero money out of his own pocket. So stay tuned. We're going to hop into that here in just a second. I hear from real estate investors how much of a challenge it is finding motivated sellers. This is happening all over the country. Real estate investors not knowing where their next deal will come from. I can tell you on page 141 of my book, Right Flipping Now, I address how you can easily find deeply discounted off-market deals. The 98% of investors out there don't have a clue about this. You can easily duplicate this process within your own business today. Grab a copy of my book now at getmyflippingbook.com, and you can start finding deals for 50, 40, and 30 cents on the dollar without any competition. I have copies of my book available right now at getmyflippingbook.com, and you can have a step-by-step plan for making profits within the next 30 to 60 days. Go to getmyflippingbook.com. That's getmyflippingbook.com. It's www.getmyflippingbook.com. Hey, welcome back. It's Jason Lucchese with the No Flipping Excuses Show. We are talking right now with my good friend, Glen Matheny Jr. He's here at one of his properties within the Indianapolis area, and we're talking about some zero money down strategies. And Glen is with me right now, and he's walking me through his property that he is rehabbing. And just from looking at it from the door entry standpoint, it looks really nice. So, Glen, talk to us about the stuff that you did inside the property to really make it, a property that will sell fast.
Okay. Well, like I said, when I got this property, it was very, very dated. It had a 1970s look. It was vinyl on the walls, plastic carpet everywhere, intercoms from the 1960s I've never seen before. But what we did, we gave her a modern look. I could show you from this area right here was actually closed in as its own room. We opened it up, and so you can see us opening it up.
Oh yeah.
Give it a good open layout. We're almost, we're 96% complete. We're going to put a island in the middle here. Basically, we just gave it a whole new overall look. This was a complete gut and complete renovation. We installed a whole HVAC and heater and water
oh yeah, a hot water tank.
Hot water, yeah. I don't do the work.
You shouldn't be. That's what we don't do as CEOs, right?
Yeah, updated the kitchens and the bathrooms. The bathroom was pretty small.
Yeah.
And I'll let you take a look here.
Oh, nice.
We opened up the bathroom and put hardwood floors down. Actually, I have my cleaning lady here to clean up the property because we're done. We're ready to go. Oh,
nice. No, that looks great, man. That looks really good. I like what you did with the kitchen and opened it up, because that's what sells properties is kitchens, bathrooms. The floor looks really nice too. I like the color schemes that you did.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I try to have like a blank canvas, because I know people, the ones that live in the homes, they're going to do what they want to do with their own property.
Right.
But just give it a modern look and accentuate like you said, the kitchens and bathrooms, because that's the big selling point. So.
Yeah. No, absolutely. It looks like those are mocha. Is that like a mocha color on the cabinets behind you?
It is.
Yeah, that's what we do on ours too. That just that color right now is just like everybody loves that color. Are you going with a what color countertop are you going with?
We're going with a gray, like a light gray
Yep.
countertop.
That's perfect. That's perfect. That house will sell fast. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I done had like I want to say 15 people that's already been just coming in interested in or wanting to see the project and that's the thing. Like when you do projects like I said, this house is you don't realize how impactful you are to the neighborhood. I done had neighbors come and say, "Hey, thank you for helping us with this,
I
getting this
bet.
store up and running for with our neighborhood because that helps their value and with their properties as well." So
Yeah.
I done have one bring me cookies.
Nice. Nice. That's
So
awesome.
that's the gratifying things you get, doing this business. You just and when you do something like this, you are able. If you they want to find you more properties in their neighborhood to help you. So
Right. No, that's awesome, man. Yeah, and I was just going to bring that up. Did the neighbors do anything? Because normally when you're rehabbing a property like that, especially something that's been a complete eyesore for the neighborhood, like they are so appreciative. They'll like almost be like your security guards too. They'll be like they'll be like, "Hey, Glenn, just want to let you know there's some people walking around the property last night."
yeah,
They'll definitely let you know.
last night for just that, and I told him no, that's my contractor. Just coming in later on tonight to button up some things. So.
Oh yeah, they definitely will make you aware of the property. So let's talk about this from a no money down standpoint. So how were you able to structure this one as a no money down deal?
Um, so it is so one thing I pride myself in doing is building relationship with private lenders
Yep.
and even cash buyers. Traditionally most teach to get the property, then find funding, or then find the cash. I believe wholeheartedly in building relationships with the cash buyers and private lenders, so you can really dial into what they actually want.
Yeah.
And so this is a private lender that was in one of my automated campaigns that I have online that funded this deal. And how I did it was, in order for someone to give you money, you must first have to show them how they can make money.
Yeah, it's true.
So I do I'm pretty good at putting private lending packages together and really showing the private lender what they can make on a property, working with my company. And the goal for me is just to build long-term relationships with these type of people. And so I've been in this business for a while. I know I've got built some relationships with some key players that fund my deals.
Yeah. No, that's great. And I know there's a couple different ways that I really like to structure private money deals. And, just wanted to get a quick.
Okay, so it's an interest. Right now, it's interest only payments. Um, I got the prop. Like I said, I got 150K, 12% interest only payments,
Okay.
and that's really where the structure of the deal for this one lies.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. So you said you have multiple projects going at one particular time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So are those other deals rehabs or those wholesales?
Yeah, I have well, when I say multiple deals that I have, I'm doing a lot. So I got I have a 10 property package that I'm getting ready to sell, 10 duplexes on a wholesale. That and the power of this business is that you can make 1,000 or 2,000 per property. So on that 10 package duplex, I've structured it to where I'm getting paid by the seller of 1K per property, and then on the other end, I'm getting paid 2K per property.
Oh, nice.
So just just putting that deal together is going to allow me to make 30K.
Nice. That's awesome.
And people, I want to say this: wholesaling is the best way to get into real estate. If you don't have any money, if you are looking for something that could, help you pay the bills or even change your life, you could do some big transactions in wholesale.
Oh yeah.
And then I have another rehab, and that's off of 79th and Sherman that I'm that's getting rehabbed as well. And then I'm picking up 15 rentals this next week.
Wow.
And I'm looking to put those as a bond in my portfolio.
Nice, dude. Nice. That's really great stuff. That's really great stuff. So how
I got that deal was from one of your strategies.
Oh yeah? Which one?
LinkedIn.
Oh, LinkedIn. Nice. What were you doing? Were you going through the groups, or were you contacting people individually?
I was contacting people individually, just building relationships the way you taught, and just started getting. I mean, it's buzzing. Like LinkedIn is, I get so many connections and networking with a lot of different investors who bring a lot of things to the table. So
nice. So what you're trying to say is, the strategy that I taught actually works?
It actually works.
I needed it. Yeah.
It is not a myth.
LinkedIn is more than just posting your resume and hopefully you could get a job. It's filled with professionals like Glenn, myself. It's just filled with so many people.
There you go.
Nice.
In real estate investing, you will see there's over hundreds of thousands of people that are doing this business.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. No, that's incredible. And what we're going to be discussing here in just a second is some of the top tips that Glenn has that's really kind of helped him become a success here as a real estate investor. And we're also going to discuss, if you have any deals or you want some deals from Glenn, we're going to discuss that as well, because right now Indianapolis is a really, really hot market. And Glenn's coming across some really great discounted deals. So stay tuned for that. You don't want to miss Glenn's top tips and some of the things that's really, really working for him. So we'll be right back. Are you facing a roadblock with getting started in real estate? This is an obstacle a lot of brand new investors face. Building a rock solid foundation is key to building your investing empire. I can tell you on page 95 of my book, Right Flipping Now, I address how you can build a lasting foundation that won't topple over when you're on the third floor. Do not avoid laying the proper foundation for your business. I've made this drop dead simple for you to just rip off and use within your own real estate investing business. Grab a copy of my book now at getmyflippingbook.com, and you can have the confidence you need to find and flip deals consistently month after month. I have copies of my book available at getmyflippingbook.com, and you can have a step-by-step proven plan for making profits on your very first deal, or maybe that second deal, closing within the next 30 to 60 days. Go to getmyflippingbook.com. Getmyflippingbook.com. Hey there, welcome back. It's Jason Lucchese with the No Flipping Excuses show. I am here with my good friend Glen Matheny out of Indianapolis, Indiana, my home area. And this guy is doing some phenomenal things within his business. We just left off with him talking about, a big duplex package, a rental package. He's at the actual property right now that he's going to be putting on the market and making a gigantic check of $60,000. So that's awesome. So Glenn, Let's talk about some of the things that really kind of keep you motivated. What are some of like the tips that you would want to give, like for folks that are either just getting involved or they've been in this for a little bit but haven't seen the results that they wanted.
I would say the tips I can give for new investors is, just like we talked in the beginning, believe in yourself. That I mean, that's the main importance of that I believe that I want to convey on this podcast is that believe in yourself. You're going to have people that are naysayers. You're going to have people that are going to tell you, why are you doing that? They're going to try to railroad your dreams and your beliefs. And, what I've learned is that when people are doing those things, they're really talking to themselves.
Yeah.
They're not talking, they saying you can't do it because they don't believe they can do it. And, so I would say, like, believe in yourself. Education is a high priority. Continue education. Now, with that said, because I am a recovering addict of shiny objects, and what I mean by that is that when you have a passion in real estate and you start learning these things, you can start over analyzing and having analysis of paralysis.
Yep.
Learning, and then overthinking, and I had that period for a while.
Yeah.
But the main thing is, get a mentor, and the reason why I say a mentor is one of the most important things because they can eliminate a lot of mistakes that you can make in this business. They've been there, they've seen it, they've done it, and it's just good to get around people that know what they're doing, and people like Jason, a genuine person who wants to really see you succeed. Success leads crew. And so you get around people who are successful and just you're going to there's no way around it if you plug in and listen to what they say, follow direction.
Yeah.
They say step 1, step 2, step 3. Don't go to step 3 until you do step 1.
That's true. That's true.
And I see a lot of people when they get in this business, they have a lottery mentality. Means, well, put my money in here and I'm gonna get this. Well, this is a profession. This is truly a profession, and I would say, like, when I first started, it was a hobby to me. It wasn't. I didn't take it serious, but it was. Yeah. It was because of that belief. And so, when I decided to say, hey, I'm going to believe that I can do this and, dove into education and, start building relationships with people like yourself and people who are having success in this business, it really, catapulted me to where I am today. So.
Yeah, you're doing some amazing things, and I appreciate the kind words you had to say. But yeah, you're doing some really cool things here in the market, and I know you're gonna be taking it to a big level here. What would you share as like an aha nugget for people like right now? Like, they're wanting to take that next step. They're wanting to take that leap. What would you say is like a good golden nugget?
I would say, don't believe what your mind is telling you. And what I mean by that, the fear that that your subconscious mind is there to protect you. It's not there to. And so what I mean by that is that you can either talk yourself out of opportunities or you can talk yourself into opportunities.
Yep.
And for the most part, when people they fear this business because it's two things that I believe play a part in this: is the fear of the unknown. Well, if you start educating yourself, you will become known of how this business works, and then fear of failure. Well, let's just be honest. You're a human. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to fail, but the thing is that when you get around mentors and training and education, you fall forward. You don't fall backward.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. So two things that I want to be able to leave here is what's the last book or current book that you're reading right now?
The book that I'm reading currently right now is Profit First.
Oh, nice. Nice, by Mike Michalowicz.
Yeah,
Nice. Yeah.
excellent book. If you want to learn how to not structure your financial situation the wrong way, pick up Profit First.
It's a phenomenal book, and we'll put that in the show notes. Profit First is definitely a really great book, and you never know. Maybe I might be able to get Mike to do Mike Michalowicz come on and be a somebody on the show. We haven't even scratched the surface of reaching out to those folks yet. Another thing too is what's like a cool website or cool app that's been pivotable, or not pivotable, that it's not even a word, pivotal in your business.
I would say a new one. Well, I've been using it, but I've been sharing with other people. Is when you out here looking for properties, HomeSnap.
Okay, what's that?
You ever heard of HomeSnap?
No, I haven't.
It's a powerful app. All you have to do is take a picture of the property and pull all the data of that property. Not all of it. It won't show like who owns it, but
yeah,
just the preliminary information that we need to make a decision on a property. So you can just take a picture and to pull up the address. If it's for sale, under contract, pending.
Jeez.
How many bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, where the schools, how the schools are in the area, how the neighborhood ranks, crime, all of that.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll have to put that down in the show notes. HomeSnap is what Glenn is using. That's a really cool app. I know there's a bunch out there, but I have not heard of that one before. So we're gonna have to start using that because that sounds like a cool app, man. So let me ask you this: if people are wanting to get in touch with you to either buy properties from you, I know you sell properties at wholesale, or maybe they want to sell their property to you. What's the best way that they could reach out to you, Glenn?
They can reach out to me at 317-660-0045.
Okay.
I also have my website is www.esteemhomesolutions.com. It's currently under construction. It's up. We're doing some updating and tweaking on the website. But I do have a capture page for anyone that just want to connect with me. Just put your email and your name and email in the capture page, and we can see how we can work together.
No, that's awesome, Glenn, and I appreciate you sharing the stuff about LinkedIn and Facebook and the package deals that you're working on right now. And it really boils down to is just having the right attitude, and I don't think we could stress that enough. And like Glenn was.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm excited. Mindset is pivotal in this business. You got to have the right mindset. You can't allow other people's mindset to cloud what you're working to do in this business. I've learned a long time. Stop listening to people that don't have the results that you're looking for. You want to talk to people who are actually have the results. They have the experience, the wisdom to in what specific field. And that's not just real estate either. It's really mindset. Getting around people who want to push you. You either get around people who push you or pull you.
Yeah. No, that is so true, my man. And if you are listening right now and you enjoyed this show that Glenn's been a guest on, definitely go leave us a 5-star review. Subscribe to our podcast channel here. You will get notification. You'll be the first to receive notification of any brand new shows. And we'll also be able to leave in the show notes any links that you need that are going to be helpful in your real estate business. So make sure you do that. If you need to get in contact with us from a support standpoint, our number is 317-900-1307, or you could reach us by email at support@jasonluchesi.com. Again, that's JASONLUCCHESI.com. But other than that, any final words, Glenn, that you would like to share?
First, Jason, I want to show you this great selling point for this house.
Okay, let's do it. Oh, that's awesome. We're looking at a nice reflective pond there. That is beautiful. I love that.
So this is what I think will sell this property as soon as I put it on the market.
Yeah, geez. I love that. That looks nice. Nice.
Words for me is like, I would say, I would leave it with this quote. And the quote is, I will do today what others don't, so I can have tomorrow what others won't. Nice. And that quote is one of the main quotes I live by, is that, if you want something, if you want some different results, you got to do some different things.
Yep.
And I believe highly in that, as far as checking, having checks and balances, and for myself to realize, to really say, okay, is this working, or do I need to go in a different direction?
Yeah.
Or who do I need to talk to, or who I need to be around to get that skill, or stuff like that. So that's what I would say.
Nice. I love that quote. That's phenomenal. Awesome stuff. Hey, thanks, Glenn, for coming on, being a guest for the No Flipping Excuses show. This has been an episode full of awesome content. So thank you so much, Glenn. And for you listening right now, thank you for being with us. Thank you for being a subscriber and leaving us a 5-star review. You are amazing. Go out there and show that you are amazing. Go flip a house, my friend. I will talk to you soon. Glenn, I will talk to you. Thank you so much, and we will see you on our next show. Take care. Bye now.
Thanks for listening. For show notes and links to anything discussed on today's program, visit noflippingexcuses.com. If you'd like to call the show, dial 317-900-1307, 24/7. Leave a message with your first name and where you're calling from, and include your question, comment, or concern. Who knows? You might end up on the air with Jason Lucchesi. If you like the show, be sure to subscribe on iTunes or Stitcher. The links are posted at noflippingexcuses.com. Remember, you can close more deals now, make your own rules, and design and live an amazing life without having some jerk-off boss tell you what to do. Share noflippingexcuses.com with like-minded people you know who are ready for badassery, crushing it in real estate, and enjoying freedom to whatever you like, whenever you like it.